Do you start your day by looking at your phone first thing in the morning? You might think this habit is a little bit harmless, but today I'm going to share with you why looking at your phone first thing in the morning can be doing actually more harm than you might even realize. Not only to your energy, your sleep, your health, and your hormones. So today I'm going to talk about why this is happening, and I'm going to give you some remedies about how we can change this. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Krista and I'm happy that you're here. So what is the big deal about looking at your phone first thing in the morning? Well, let's just look first of all at what this does. First thing in the morning, our body, it starts out with our cortisol response. And cortisol is a stress hormone, which is released in our adrenal glands. Cortisol is not bad. We need cortisol in our life, definitely. But cortisol rises and falls at different times of the day in different amounts. All right, so initially cortisol is the hormone that wakes us up. It surges early in the morning. It gives us that energy to get stuff done, to get moving, get all our jobs done. That's why we usually have a little bit of energy first thing in the morning, especially if we've had a good night's sleep as well too. But when we look at our phone first thing in the morning, the first thing we do, if we're scrolling, looking at a phone in our bed, this is what's going to happen. That blue light is going to stimulate more cortisol than your body is designed to have in the morning. It will kind of, just that blue light will get into your eyes, and also you're being stimulated by what you're looking at. If you're looking at emails, work emails, if you're looking at world events, if you're looking at social media, right away you're just taking in all this information. And our body's not kind of designed to have all this overload of information first thing in the morning too. So this is going to cause a downstream effect later in the day. So what's going to happen is that cortisol is going to be released. It's going to be too much for our body. And, you add a cup of coffee to that as well, which is a very common thing that a lot of people do. You look at your phone and then have a, cup of coffee or two. Again, this is just going to be too much cortisol for your body at an inappropriate time. And cortisol is one of those hormones where it has a downstream effect. It's going to affect other hormones as well too. So this is going to kind of carry on for the day. You are not going to be kind of feeling your best as well too. So that's why I always suggest not looking at your phone first thing in the morning. This spike in cortisol is also going to lead to a lot of other issues for women, especially energy crashes. If you get that kind of, early afternoon crash, it will lead to anxiety. It will lead to a lot of hormone issues, especially in women as well too. So again, cortisol is appropriate, but in the right amounts at the right time of day. And if we're looking at our phone first thing in the morning, it's just too much cortisol for our bodies, how we're designed to live. And I think sometimes we just don't see the connection. We're probably not told a lot about this. We kind of hear a little bit about it, but I think kind of putting the pieces together is just, you're not seeing the connection about how it impacts your body on a big scale later on. In the second half of our sleep, this is when all our emotional processing occurs. So when we first wake up, this is the most important time to get those downloads in our mind, to be able to kind of process some of the things that we're experiencing in life as well too. So we really don't want to hijack our body with unnecessary news, other people's interest in business. We really want to give ourselves the time in the morning to kind of be calm and just to rest and kind of just own that time. It's so important to give ourselves that gift of time before we get distracted with everybody else's business. So again, we want to kind of just be mindful of this and how this can impact your life going further. So how can we wake up and actually feel calm, less anxious, and just feel more like ourselves? Well, really, it does begin with stopping to look at your phone in the morning. And I mean, if we think back even like a decade or two, we were not doing this. We didn't have access to this. It's just become so commonplace now that we kind of don't question it. So again, just stop looking at your phone in the morning. One of the things that I do that I highly suggest is just leaving your phone where it is. The most wonderful thing you can do is just get yourself outside. Be outside for sunrise is great, or just to get some morning light in your eyes. If you get outside and your eyes will get the right amount of light. This is how we're kind of designed to live. The appropriate amount of light your body will receive, and your cortisol will rise just exponentially how we are designed to live. And this is what I highly suggest doing as well too. It just makes such a difference, because yes, your cortisol will rise, but it'll be in an appropriate amount. So get outside if you can. Look, just being outside, you don't want to necessarily look at the sunrise or anything like that. Just being outside will give your body the appropriate amount of light. And then after a specific amount of time, then you can go look at your phone. I personally, I sit outside every morning too. I do get that morning light. I will have breakfast and then I will look at my phone. Like I'm not someone that never looks at my phone. I'm not like that, but I don't do it first thing in the morning. I allow myself the time and the space to just kind of be with myself and not have that distraction. And I've noticed a big difference, because I used to look at my phone first thing. I'm not judging. I've done it, and but I've changed that, and I've noticed a big shift in my life as well too. So by getting outside first thing in the morning too, not only will this support your cortisol and the appropriate rise, this will give you kind of more sustained energy throughout the day. You will feel less anxious, less overwhelmed. This impacts everything. It impacts, how much food you're eating as well too. If you're kind of high cortisol, you'll be stressed. You'll tend to eat a little bit more. The hunger hormones, leptin and ghrelin, will be impacted as well too. So just starting outside, it makes such a big difference. It's also going to help you be producing melatonin later in that night, which is going to support your sleep. Everything's connected, and sometimes once you see that connection, it's really trying to get back to how we were designed to live, and probably how our grandparents lived. And it's just really kind of in the last decade or so where things have started to shift. And I think if we're being honest, we can kind of see the rise of, anxiety, overwhelm, and just, we live in a stressful world too. So trying to find ways to kind of support our body, to support our peace, is so important as well too. So again, getting outside first thing in the morning is a lovely way to start your day, and then you can look at your phone. You can give yourself that break. You will survive, I promise. And you might actually start to crave this. So it sounds a little crazy, but you will actually love this time for yourself as well too. One other step that I think is important to mention as well too is, okay, so like human nature, if our phone is right next to our bed, we might tend to maybe just wake up and it gets easy, right? It's what we do. So one thing I have stopped doing is, and here's a baby step too, if you're trying to make the break or trying to make the change, just put your phone on the opposite side of your room. Like if your charger's there, just move it to another part of your bedroom. So then it's a little bit more difficult to just roll over bed and grab your phone. You have to physically get up. So that would be the first step, just to kind of wean yourself off it. I just charge my phone in another room. I kind of say I'm putting my phone to bed. It goes in my office. I plug it in kind of at night, and I don't look at it again until I've kind of had more morning time. So again, just try to find ways that will support you, that will make things a little bit easier for you too. And this is going to help as well too. So don't have it right next to your bed. It's going to make it more challenging. So making this simple change can have a massive impact on your health. I encourage you to try it for a week. Just try it for a week and see how you make out. You may be very surprised, and you might find it's a lot easier than you think, and you may notice the difference in how you feel. So I encourage you to give this a shot. So if you're ready to support your sleep, your energy, your health, and your emotions, give this a try. I really encourage you to do this and see how it goes. So if you found this video helpful, I would love you to give it a thumbs up. And if you'd also like more information similar to this, you can hit the subscribe button to get up-to-date information on this content as well too. Again, remember, it's such a simple thing, and it's just a habit many of us have got into, but something so small like this can make a huge shift in your energy, your outlook on life, your health, your hormones, and so many other things. So again, put your phone away the night before. Get outside if you can, or just simply don't look at your phone first thing in the morning. Let your body wake up, let you take in the day, and see all the miraculous changes in your life that you are unexpected. Anyway, thanks again for being here. I appreciate you being here, and have a lovely day.